This meeting is being recorded.
Hi Bala.
Hi, sir.
So, what is your demo today?
So today my demo is on EFS, Elastic File Share. So I'll be setting up a POC, like setting up a two web servers and one Elastic file system. And in that Elastic file system, I'll be storing few demo files, and I'll be sharing across two web servers, two servers, which are in the different subnets, different regions available in the same zone. So basically, what is Elastic File Share? So Elastic File Share is a managed services provided by AWS. So it's like a file share, like a file share. So basically, if you want to do any file share, like we'll mount the file share to any of these VMs and any of the EC2 instances, and we can share that immediately. So it's kind of a like storage service. We can take it. So it has a lot of benefits. So it's like first thing, it's a managed service by AWS. So we don't need to manage any security solutions or else like networking components or else like any patch upgrades or anything. So scalability. So we can scale according to our requirement. So if there is a high file volume, then we can scale up to as per our requirement. And it is a high availability. It contains a high availability and durability as well. So high availability in the sense like it guarantees uptime of 99.999%. And performance, coming to performance, it contains very low latency. The latency time is very low when compared to other services. And coming to compatibility, yes, it is compatible with all kinds of file systems. So coming to this is the architectural diagram. So how we are gonna do the POCs. So here this is the VPC which I'm taking off. VPC I'll be deploying two subnets, and these two subnets are connected to EFS file share. And in each of the subnets, I'll be deploying one of the web servers. And in this web servers, I'll be installing an Apache server, and I'll make sure that these this file share is accessible by both the servers, and they can share the files. So let's start configuring from uh, AWS console. So here are the steps to configure. So we'll be creating a custom VPC, and we'll be creating two public subnets and a route table. We'll deploy a route table, internet gateway, and we'll be assigning subnets to the route table and internet gateway to the VPC, and we'll be creating security groups, and we'll be deploying two instances in two subnets, and we'll be creating a file share. We'll be creating a file share, and we'll attach that EFS to the servers, and we'll be validating that. So let me log into the VPC console, AWS console, and I'll show you the demo from there. Yeah, we have logged successfully into the boot server. So let me create an US West one, log into US West one region to create the VPC. So let's head into creation VPC. Create a VPC.
Bala, your voice is not clear. You need
Uh,
to speak near to the mic, and background noise
sure.
is there.
How about now, sir? Is it audible? Am I audible?
Yeah, you continue with the
Yeah.
same
Sure, sir. Yeah.
discourse.
Yeah.
The mic and background noise is there.
Yeah. So I have deployed the VPC. So I have named it as EFS-VPC. I'm going to create a subnet. This is the VPC. So this is the VPC. This is the range I'm using for first subnet, and I have named it as web server 1 because I'll be deploying the first web server in that. That's the reason I have deployed. And I'm creating another subnet with web server 2. That's it. So I'll be creating the subnets. Oh, so 1, 2, so creating the subnets. Now I'll be attaching the subnets to the route table. Before that, I need to create a route table. And I'll be doing let me edit the subnet associations to the route table. Now let's create an internet gateway. Now let me attach an internet gateway to the this VPC. Now let me edit the route tables. So the internet traffic will be flowing via internet gateway. So I'll be specifying this. So now let's go ahead and create a security groups. So before like we need to create one security group, and we need to allow below. Uh, we shouldn't allow all the traffic. We should allow first SSH via or in US and HTTP as well. Port and US. Also NFS port as well. That too from anywhere over the internet. So I have added in inbound. We need to add this SSH via internet, HTTP via internet, and NFS port as this is also this is available via internet. Now click on create security groups and group. So the now we have created the VPC part. Now let's go ahead and create S EC2 instances. So we are in this step. So we have created a VPCs, we have created a subnets, we have created a route table, and we have created internet gateway. We have created a security groups. Now let's launch these instances. Launch instance. So, web server 1. I don't have any key pair for now, so I'll be creating a key pair. So I'll be selecting the server 1. I need a public IP to access via internet for SSH. Security groups. Before launching the instances, we need to write a custom script so that we make sure that we are, it's easy for us to deploy the resources. So this is the basic script we'll be doing to run. So if we run the script, it will install all the utilities. It will check if the HTTP status is the service of Apache server, and it will start the server, and it will install all the binaries, and it will install all the services related to the Apache. Now launch instance. Let's see what is the status currently. Still pending, but let's try to access it via putty and see if it's working. SSH. Yes, we're able to access the server. So let's see if we are in the correct server. Yes, we are able to see the public IP of the instance. Now let's see. Now let's go ahead and see what is the status of HTTPD, that is Apache service. So we can see here the status is active and running. Now let's copy the public IP address of the EC2 instance, and let's try to browse and see if it's working. It works. So our IP address is working, and we can see the services are running. Now let's go ahead and create another web server with the same configuration, but in different sub. I'm changing the network VPC. I'm sorry. No, I'll be using the same script here as well. Now launch the instance. I'm just verifying the status. Launching the instance. The public IP address has been created, but still. Let me connect where. So to instance connect. So now let's verify the status of Apache server here as well. Active and running. Now let's copy the IP here as well. Yep, here is as well. It is working. Now let's configure. Now go ahead and create an elastic file system and configure it to EC2 machines, mounted to EC2 machines. Now I have searched for EFS and create an EFS. I'm giving the EFS name as EFS and VPC. I'm going to select the created VPC and customize life cycle management 1 day for time being empty. I'm not going with additional options. Next. So the mount targets, it is very important. So here we need to make sure that the mount targets are on both the VP subnets and the security groups will be changed to, we need to change it to EFS security group which we have created earlier. Now click on next. No, I'm not going to do any policy changes. It's creating the file system. So we have created everything. Now let's go ahead and mount this file system to the created EC2 instances. Before that, we need to create a directory called EFS. So let's see what are all the mount points available. So we can see dev is one of the mount point, dev slash ssf, dev slash run slash tem boot run user. These are all the mount points available. Now let me go ahead and create a directory and assign it as a mount point over there. For that, let me go ahead. Now I have created a mount point. Now let me go ahead and assign this mount point out there. Attach mount via IP. So our instances is let me verify. So this is very important to verify where our EC2 current EC2 lies. Instances. So it's, as we know, this is on uh, subnet 1, availability zone 1. So I'll be selecting this, then I'll be copying this client mount point and slash UFS, that is the mount. Mount points doesn't exist. Sorry. Yep. So the mount point has been assigned. Now let's verify this. So we can see this mount point. Now let's go to mount point. Now let me create a folder called test. So we can see the folder called test. We don't have any files for now. So I'm creating a file. Let me edit this file. So file clear. So we can see the file has been existed here. Now let's connect the same mount point to other EC2 and let's start verify. Yes, we can see the public IP address of web server 2. Now let's create the same UFS has been created. Now let's assign this mount point to this UFS. Let's see. So we can see the test file here, test directory. Yes. So we can see the same mount point when we assign that EFS file share. The same test.txt has been verified here as well. So this is how the elastic file share works in like AWS. Sir, you can stop the recording. Sir. Hello.
Yeah, Bala.
Uh,
Done right?
yes, sir. Sir.
Bala,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sir,
you're done right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'll stop recording.